All right, guys. So we're gonna go over another replay today. This one is Southway. Southway is a let's see, C3 currently. Let me look up. Champion 3 feels confidence with mechanics, but not sure what is holding him back or her from reaching GC and beyond. I would like feedback on my game sense and whether I'm playing too fast. So this is a 2v2 game. Obviously, I'm pretty bad with 2v2 rotation. I've don't get me wrong, I know what I'm talking about, but I'm more of a threes guy, so I'll try to help you where I can. We're just gonna look at the goals too, just to speed this up, so you don't have to watch me analyze your replay for 50 minutes. Maybe like a quick rear view check to see if he's flying up for this, what he's doing, right? You can totally leave this if there's no one there. But this is fine. This is a good hit, good read. Good tap for your teammate. Could have been better. Maybe work on those mechanics right there. That's fine though. Good redirect. Could have been better again. Like you're tapping it hard here when you could have like tapped it up instead. So if you drive, hold up. Like if you tap it like right there with like the top part of your car right there, you could have landed on the wall. It would have went up, and then you could have gotten a better hit on here. Instead of that hard hit, which it's still fine. It's still fine. Like you did a good job putting pressure, and that's a goal. So that was good. But that's something to keep in mind. Like if they're not bad, because that should not have been a goal. What is that? Keep ball cam on. So there's a challenge that's about to happen between your mate and the opponent. Because that ball is going down, it's going somewhere. You're recovering. I want you having ball cam on. So orienting yourself, ball cam on. Because you don't know if you have to go all the way back to the net or you have to go for this boost. If your teammate gets a solid touch, you can go for this boost. But if your teammate is like doing something dumb and it looks like that 50 is going bad, you're going to have to be back. So keep ball cam on in these critical situations like this. Wait dash is okay. But then you flip and like I don't know. It just looked like it looks inefficient to me, but that's okay. This is still fine. Your mate's about to hit it here because this is coming at him. So I wouldn't grab this boost because he's coming this way. And he's probably going to want to get the boost and make a play. So I would just rotate like this way or like closer to net. So that if he like gets a bad touch, you can still recover it. But if he starts taking it this way, that's when like you could just like slow down, play second man here as he's taking it up. I don't like going this way because you're just gonna bump your teammate. Yeah. Now, I mean, this isn't a bad one to go for, but your teammate could just break. That'd be his ball, and then you'd be in a better position over here, demoing this guy and then coming in as second man. You don't even have to demo him. Like, it's not ideal to demo this guy, but you could totally like bump this guy away so that he's over here, and then now your teammate has a 1v1. Okay, I want to see how you recover here. No. No. Don't like just go down, rotate through here, bump this guy, and then get back. I realize you have a lot of momentum here, but you should be boosting this way because your mate isn't a 1v2 right now. Okay? Like boost down, land, drive for that guy, and get back as fast as possible. Probably could have waited a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna see how you rotate here. So your teammate's here, like ready. I would have just driven this way because what's gonna happen is he wants to catch this ball. He wants to do something with it. If you now this guy wants the boost too, so I mean either way is fine. I would deal with the most like the pressing threat here, which is full boot. You don't know he's full boost, but like you know he's gonna do something with it. So I would just like prevent this guy from doing anything. So I would drive down here. And don't like flip, because if you flip, then he can just drive under you. I would just drive to where he's going, bump him, and then rotate out so your teammate can go in. Going out this way is fine, but I think you like kind of recovered weird too. You flip. That's fine. Good fake. Good 50. Good recovery. The jump was unnecessary, maybe. Let me check. You might have been dodging that demo. I didn't see. No, you don't need to jump here. That's okay, though. You're probably thinking he was coming, but you could have just drove and then 50'd it, and then it would have been a free ball for your mate, probably. He was faster. You gotta commit on it. You gotta commit on this at this point. To be honest, like I would honestly just dunk it. I'm not gonna lie. I just pinch that so it goes up. So you'd like go low here and like this side so that it goes like that way back into their net. You could also like fake it, but that's kind of scary. Like that could have went that way if he was smart, but he wasn't. Don't turn for that. That's a goal. If he shoots that right. I don't think he did. So ball to net is what you're covering right now, which is perfect. The moment you cross that line, like that creates opportunity for him to take it. He could shoot it immediately because as you pass this line, that creates like space behind you because all of your momentum's going this way. Especially if you turn around like that, like it just means you can't fly up for anything back to where you came from until you complete that U-turn. Which is why it's nice staying in this spot because you can turn this way, you can turn towards net. Holy moly, wow. And you could potentially like if he fakes it, you could turn for it. But I would like he's clearly beating you. Faking here is dangerous because he will literally shoot it on your. This is a dangerous spot. You have to defend and wait. Like that's a goal every time. So don't feel like you have to go and turn around for plays when you're already in a good spot. Okay? Just play patient. You're stalling for your mate to get back anyway. Wait for an ideal time to fake challenge it. Don't just like turn and fake challenge it because this is gonna happen. Okay? I don't need to say more than that. Like just don't commit hard as third like that. You said your mechanics were good, but like I'm noticing you're kind of you're not able to control it very well, so maybe work on that. Let me look at this again. Good. That's fine. You let him get that boost. This is kind of sketchy, but that's still fine. This was fine. Good follow up here. That was good. Your mate should have this. Um, I think I know what you're doing, so this is fine. I was gonna say, if you're just diving at that for no reason, then I would say it wasn't fine. Like, if you're just jumping on this, thinking you can score, thinking you have to go, you don't. You can just, like, play patient. They're gonna panic 9 times out of 10. Your teammate did a good job going for that boost, too, but I think he should just rotate it out mid. And then this would have been a better position for you to go. If you had turned on this now, and that, like, went out mid, where your teammate goes this way, that'd be a free shot. You could probably just demo him here. Not gonna lie, like, that was kind of free for your mate here. Like, you just boost, boom, bump him out of the play. That's a free shot every time. This is still a good pass, but, like, this is free. Oh, okay. I'm ignoring that. Grab that boost. Grab it. Now he's gonna have full. Don't. Okay. So, recover. Fine. You're getting your teammate's way, but that's okay. Grab the boost for one. Don't turn off ball cam in this moment right now, because you need to know where the ball is going. I mean, maybe you have, like, some prediction ability here. I know it's going in the corner, but you should have ball cam on so you know where the guy is, so you're not just surprised. And for one, you don't even need to flip here. You could just, like, you could, but you don't know how to flip apparently. So, like, I would just, like, drive, keep ball cam on, and then go for it. Or honestly, like, you could have drove, got closer, dribbled it up, and went that way instead. Because challenging right here as third man leads to goals. So, like, I would not challenge that. I would not. At this point, like, you already lost it because you failed your flip, and you're, like, you have ball cam on. And your second / third man. So this guy's not back yet. So if you challenge this and it goes directly, like, no one's there to help you. In threes, I would say this is fine to go for because it'll pinch to your mate and your mate clear it. But your mate's right there. He's 0 boost. You need to fake this and stall for time. Challenging on this side of the field and on the right side of the field too. As last man only results in goals. Okay? It only results in goals. Same for, like, if you were attacking and you know that guy's last, right? Good tip to 50 the guy, right? But if you're last man, stall. If you're first man, so, like, let's say this guy is back, let's say he's in your net, this is fine to 50 because it's going to go to your mate, right? And he can clear that. He can get a free ball from that. But this is a no-no as last man. Okay, this is going to be a goal. I don't even look at the thing. I just, like, yeah. Not cheating, for one. Okay, sometimes. I don't cheat, so it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I cheat most of the time, but sometimes I don't like doing it. Especially in lower ranks when they don't know how to kick off. I would have liked for you to be a little bit more, like, quick. So, you 50 it, right? Boom, it's going that way. Your mate's going back left, you can tell because of how he's hit. Like, you should be on this ball, right? You should be going. Not like flying up, just you should be speeding over there. Because you're the person that has to go here, right? So I probably would have flipped and then gone. I don't like flipping, but this is one of those scenarios where, like, no one's on the ball and you have an opportunity to get a better angle on the ball rather than just, like, slowly driving and then flying up. I get it. It's kind of hard to tell from that scenario, but I don't know. Like, you know your teammate's going to be back to defend, so it's not that big of a deal. If the kickoff went differently, where like they both landed over here, I would say you play patient. Penis. But because he like flew over here, it was more like over here, but he was awkward. And then the other guy had to like drive over here. I don't remember where he was. You kind of know you can like commit more. Still good fly up, still good pass actually. Yeah, you know he's winning that, so that's fine. Maybe turn off ball cam, honestly. Like, I don't think you need to go for this. I think you just need to go for the guy. Like, keep ball cam on for this beat. As soon as it's over him, turn off ball cam. Look to see like if this guy has it. Because you're essentially like last man until this guy recovers. So if he could have been in like the perfect spot for this, or like off the roof or something. You don't know. So just saying. And you don't even go anyway, so yeah. I mean, I guess it's good to fly back down though. That was still fine. I don't like you leaving this play though. So like, okay, you fly back down. He looks pretty dang awkward, and your teammate's behind you. So I would have just like, when you like right here, I would have just stayed, and then I would have followed this up instead of being over here, right? Because then you could have taken this back to your corner, grab that boost, went up, or you could have like hit it off the sidewall as he's going for that boost or going for the ball or something, and then hit it. You don't want to challenge this, or you don't want to 50 this unless you're sure it's going to pinch all the way to your teammate. Because when you challenge this last man, right, you're pretty much giving up like this whole space. And if that ball goes behind you, that's a goal. So I probably would have like just drove and then maybe gone this way back to net, or if I could get it around this guy, I would, and then follow it up. If I could get it around this guy and not follow it up, I wouldn't do it because that guy's waiting with like full boost. But you like watch like where you rotated here. Right? Like the play's happening over here, and you're going this way. You're already committing to a direction before like this 50 even happens. So if that like went over there, they would have had a free ball. If it went over here, you probably would have been fine. But like it could have 50 like down in like right in front of their net, and they would have been back to save it, is what I'm trying to say too. Like literally the only time you would have had it is if it came this way. I just think you're leaving it. Like you could have just like played patient here, waited. Like you would have been right here. Then you could have gone on that ball a lot quicker. So keep that in mind. Don't like flip back right away if it's not dangerous. You could have avoided that whole situation. If they were better, that would have been a goal. Because that was the 2v1 essentially. They were just too dumb. It's a little bit iffy here. Let's see where you're going. Yeah, you have a guy back. Let me actually double check that before I say that. All right, you don't have a guy back. That's a good fake. That's fine. That was fine. Work on your recoveries, because what could have happened here if you recovered well enough is you could have just bumped this guy, and then that would have been free space for your teammate. But instead, like you kind of messed up your recovery, and now you're in your teammate's way. So, and I've noticed that like your recoveries are kind of poor. Not gonna lie, like you land and you're always like sideways or landing a different direction. Like just hold drift. Good patience. That's fine. Could have been a goal, actually. You should have killed that guy. Not gonna lie, that guy should have died. So, that sucks to suck. You're getting in your teammate's way again. You need to start, your teammate's back. You need to start going down this way through the play. Go for this guy as he's turning mid. Bump him, get back, okay? And if it's like, if your teammate's going, get back that way. Because if you constantly go this way over and over again, like where the play is happening, because the play's happening that way, you're gonna get in your teammate's way eventually and bump him probably, or steal his boost. And your teammate shouldn't have, honestly, he shouldn't have challenged that. That puts you in the worst possible. If they were smart again, demo, and this would just be dribbled in. Like this guy, like yeah, now you're in a 2v1. That's why you don't go as last man, but that's okay. That's okay. Good defense. I like it. Good 50s, good bump. That's perfect. Go out the other way. Go out the other way. So I probably, like, this boost might be showing up. If you can time it, I don't remember the timing. It kind of looks like it is, kind of looks like it isn't. I would probably just go that way. Like, your teammate has a free ball here. You already bumped this guy. Like, just go here, bump this guy. Now it's completely free for mate to just slam that in their net, right? Like, you bump this guy away from the path. Like, the most dangerous path is from the ball to the net, right? So if you just knock out this guy over here and you knock this guy out over here, it's open space for your teammate to just take it in. So you already did your job here. Just turn this way and bump this guy. He's 0. You could probably do it. You don't know he's 0, but like he's moving pretty slow. Like I literally would have just went, boom, he's gone, and then I'm gonna turn back this way. Instead of like now you're in your teammate's way and he has to kind of avoid you again. So just be aware of that one. You're going for like corner again. Don't like your mate, and you're turning off ball cam. Like your mate wants to pass to you here, but you're like just go this way. Live on low pads, man. Live on low pads. You don't need that 100, I swear. Like I could live off of like 10 pads or 20 pads in GC, so you can survive on whatever you had. Oh, you said your mechanics were good. What is that? Why are you doing that? You already go supersonic. Just drive up to the ball. You're like missing the ball completely. You're not even going for it because you're trying to go for the boost, which is fine. You have to at least hit the ball. Yeah, like literally you had all the pressure in the world and you sacrificed all of it. I mean, good fake, good 50. Should be goal. Close. Teammates challenging again. That was sketchy, man. That was sketchy. Like, if this is a good team, like that's a 50 out. That's a goal. Like that's a free pinch out that way, and then it's instant redirect. But that's just me, maybe. Like even then though, that's still a goal. Oh yeah, they scored. Yeah. Okay. He likes to challenge like crazy. Let's see if you could have done something better here. I mean, that's still fine. I honestly, I wouldn't have flipped. I'll show you how I would have flipped because you have your teammate over here, use your teammate, right? Like when you challenge, you want to get it to your teammate. You're not trying to score. You're not scoring on this 50. You can get the once in a lifetime 50 where like they're just suck. But you're like 9 times out of 10, he's center on the ball, you're center on the ball. This is not going in. I would have just like 50'd it that way so your teammate could follow this up on the wall and you can maintain pressure. Like the fake was perfect. Everything before that was perfect, but you're flipping like this way trying to score when you need to be flipping this way trying to keep possession. I mean, that still could have been a goal. I don't know. It just kind of iffy. Like I'm thinking about this in my kind of like high rank mind. Like this 50 is never going that way in my head. Like this guy has full control of the ball. If he lets that 50 go left when his car is like fully this way in the net, that's insane to me. That doesn't make anything like any sense in my mind how that would ever do that. So I'm just gonna chop that up to like he doesn't know how to 50 at all. But that's not the usual. Your teammate should have never challenged that. So I don't consider that your fault. It's just something you could have thought of, like get it to your teammate. Okay, let's continue. You said you're mechanical. If you're gonna do this stuff and wonder why you're still like C3, this is why. Okay. You're trying to breezy when you like if you can't do this 10 out of 10 times, don't do it in ranked. Like, I mean, have fun, obviously, but don't complain when you're C3. What I'm trying to say. I want you to keep trying to do this stuff, okay? But at least train it to a point where you can do it every time, okay? From any direction. So if I was going to say this, what's key if you want to keep this playstyle where you're like doing fancy stuff and you're feeling free, you need to work on your mechanics more. You need to be more mechanical, more consistent at these plays. Otherwise, play simpler. Like go for a flick, go for a bump in those situations. You could anything you could have done here. You're already supersonic. You probably could have just demoed him. Like jumping here just messed you up. Like you're supersonic, he's jumping, so he's gonna be slower than you. If you just turn towards him right now, that's a demo. You 100% could have just killed him right there if you just like didn't jump, I think. Let me see how you 50 this. Like how'd you? Oh yeah, you did that. And plus your teammate. Okay, he's recovered. That's fine. It still left your teammate in kind of a bad spot there. Not gonna lie, because he's in a 2v1 right now. But yeah, that's fine. I feel like he still should have been able to save that. And you could have demoed on, of course. So we got done talking about that. And I mean, that's the rest of the replay. It just, I think you're positioning, like you're making the right decisions. You just, when you go for the ball, you keep rotating towards the ball instead of away. So that leaves, like, there's no opportunity to bump someone. There's no opportunity for your team. Like, there were a few times you drove in front of your teammate. So if you could avoid that, I think you'll be fine. And then also your mechanics aren't up to par. Like every time you go for the ball, I haven't seen a single carry. I haven't seen a single air dribble. I haven't seen anything up the wall. I haven't seen like I saw one attempt at a breezy, but it wasn't even like it was close, but I don't know. I felt you could have done more with it. The most I'm seeing right now is like you're tapping it and trying to redirect it off the walls. But none of your touches are like touches that would continue with the ball. and you're doing this. Don't turn off ball cam. You don't need to turn off ball cam for this long. Just turn it off, get situated, turn it on. Okay, like you already know where the boost is. If you can't drive towards the boost with ball cam on, you gotta fix that. This is still fine though. I mean, this is a good push. You're faking it. You need to realize too, like when you're supersonic, that's the fastest you can go. Flipping doesn't do a thing. So you're already supersonic here. Boosting adds a little bit of extra speed. A little bit. But it doesn't, like, you flipping here, all it does is slow you down and mess you up rotationally. Like, just drive, just go. That's enough. That's enough for it. Like, why the flip? Why the flip? You don't need, you're already supersonic. You're already supersonic. So, yeah, you could have just did the same thing, driving. Why are you, like, stop this, whatever you're doing right now. Like, stay grounded. Like, you just used a ton of boost for no reason. You could have just been supersonic, driving for the boost, boom. I know it's a boring play style, but, like, you were supersonic, why are you jumping? Like, you were already facing the net. You don't need to, like, do this wave dash here. You're already going supersonic. Just drive and wait right here, or drive, and if you want to push past, you push past. But you're doing this, you're messing yourself up. You don't have the mechanics to recover, apparently, because you keep messing them up. Like, you see, you just used like 6 boost when you could have just been here already. If you want to slow down, slow down. Don't do this jump, hoppity, skip, whatever the kids are calling it these days. You could have been there with 6 more boost, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm just saying, if you do that across the whole game, it adds up. You could have just drove, looked for a demo. So, like, watch. You go for the ball, you give it away, for one. That's a giveaway. That's why I'm saying your mechanics need work, because you keep tapping it like this. That's fine. You faked him. He's pretty much giving it away. Drive out, look for the demo. If you flip out, you're just turn off ball cam. As soon as it's patched, you turn off ball cam. I know I said don't turn it off, but for this, like, circumstance, you're going for a demo, you're rotating out, so that's fine. And you know your mate's about to go. And it's not in a very dangerous situation here, so you don't have to, like, keep it on. And usually it helps because it helps you transition faster from offense to rotating back and replacing your other guy. So I would have just immediately turned it off, go for the demo on this guy. You would have gotten it. You would have bumped him, and then rotated around. You don't need to flip here. Like, he wouldn't have been there. He wouldn't have been there at all. You would have demoed him. You would have had a free ball. Maybe it not would have been a goal. I don't know. Good 50. You're boosting this way when you're trying to recover this way. Don't boost. Turn your car, then boost, and then follow the ball. Okay? You essentially used all your boost to slow you down towards this boost instead of speeding you up. So orient your car, boost. Orient your car, boost. Don't boost, then orient, because that slows you down. You could have gotten that boost. You 100% would have beat that guy. You're flipping for that boost. That's honestly fine because, I mean, honestly, the only reason they have pressure right now is because you didn't recover enough. You might have been able to get there. I don't know, so we're just going to ignore it. Also, I'm just trying to point out as many things as possible. Pick one to work on that you think is the most important. And, like, literally work on it for a week, work on the next thing for a week, right? Doing that. You can work on mechanics and, like, not flipping, like, a ton. Good flick. Good recovery. Good hit. That was fine. That was a good beat. Good flick. Yeah. Whole secrets was fine here. It's a little disjointed. I feel like you could be smoother with like the drift, but that comes with time. So, I hope this was helpful. I think your biggest problem is turning off ball cam in key situations. For one, like if your teammate's about to 50 it, right, you need ball cam on because you don't know where that's gonna go. Your mechanics need work. Okay, so I'd work on like controlling the ball more. And really focus on turn the car, boost, turn the car, boost. Like don't boost and turn the car because that slows you down, right? And that'll help with control as well, so not a big deal. And then rotating out opposite of play. It's different for twos. This is where threes is like you would do that in threes, and twos are situations where you don't do that. But assuming you have a good teammate, you usually would do that because it opens up the opportunity to demo. If you're constantly chasing where the ball's going, you're not going to be able to demo someone rotating back the opposite way. So, something to keep in mind. I hope this was helpful. I'm trying to get better at coaching, guys. I'm all over the place. It takes forever. It's like 36 minutes. I'm trying to cut it down to like 20 minutes per replay review. So, if you guys have any tips for me, like what did you think I could do better, please post it in the comments. Thank you for watching.